Sithatha lensimbo zothi manathi singamakora. Sithatha lensimbo zothi manathi singamakora. Now, having seemingly left Sheriff Systems training, do you expect Sbu to have a better or worse season than he's had under Jack the Sheriff? What do you think?
So, I strongly believe that his time with Jack was he peaked very well. I think they did very well together, but I do think it was the correct decision to move on to someone. I don't know who his current coach is, but I do believe that for him to be able to compete on an international level and be competitive, he needs to get a coach that's used to that environment and knows what to bring to the table at that level. So honestly, I think with the current situation, I've seen he's been training with Muzi, which I think is great. I think Muzi is going to tap into something with the training that Sibu hasn't had yet. So I honestly believe that from here on out, we can expect a bit better from Sibu. Definitely. I think conditioning wise as well, size wise, he's already a big guy. And genetically, he's very gifted. His shape is very, very nice. Small waist. I mean, his X-frame comes in very well. I think the biggest issue on that side is it's not always peaked the best at a show. So I think with Muzi in his corner and just guiding him a bit as well, I really think that the next showing will be more impressive.
Okay, so when you say more impressive, let me ask you this. Where do you see Sbu's ceiling? Like, where do you think his ceiling is? I think he's over 30 now, like 30, 31, if not 28, somewhere around that age group. Like, where do you see his ceiling? Do you see him as a pro show winner? Do you see him as a top 3 pro show guy? Like, where do you see his ceiling being?
I honestly think there is pro shows that he could win. I think if he brings a great package, I think honestly he could win some of the pro shows. I don't think he'll be able to win like the top pro shows like a New York Pro or something like that, or a Pittsburgh or so on. I don't think I see him, if he does like that Monsterzym show or whatever, I think he could be able to win a show like that, depending on who shows up. But I think he could win a pro show like that, and I think he could qualify for the Olympia. But I don't see him as a top 10 Olympian guy. Those guys are just too good, bro. Like, there's just too many guys that hasn't even been competing. I mean, we're missing guys like Justin Shire. There's so many guys that just, their physiques are just incredible. So I don't see him as a top 10 contender in that regard. I honestly think he might be able to win a pro show, but that's probably his ceiling.
You think a pro show is his ceiling? Like, just becoming an Olympian
will probably be his peak. Yeah.
Okay, and if you were to make a prediction, like, should he go to Olympia, which year do you think he'd do it in? Do you think this season he could do it, or do you think maybe like he just needs time to work with his new team and his new coach needs to get used to his body and understand the protocols they need to use? Like, what do you think his time frame is like?
I think next year. I don't think this year. I think if you look at the competitive roster at the moment, there's too many guys that still want to and need to qualify for the end of the year. So I think the shows that are coming are going to be stacked with guys that are just going to be too good. So I think next year will probably be his best bet. If I was him, I would plan on trying to qualify for next year's Olympia, and win a pro.
So you should take this season off as well.
I wouldn't say take off. I just think he should do a show. If he does a show, great. But I don't think he'll be able to qualify for this year. I think do a show to see where you're at and see what the team is able to do. But I think I will set my sights on qualifying for next year. Even if he does a show at the end of the year that's a qualifier for next year's Olympia, I would rather do that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said something there I want to touch on, because you did say that he should get a coach who's used to that environment, right?
Yes.
Do you not think we have South African coaches who could do that? You don't think a JP could help him out? You don't think a Steph could help him out? These are international coaches.
Yeah. No.
They're not local coaches. These are international guys. So you don't think maybe jumping into going to an international in fact, an international coach from South Africa who understands the environment, who understands like the culture, would have been better, instead of maybe going to an overseas guy who has no idea what's going on here and the lifestyle and so forth? Like, what do you think about that?
Well, honestly, I think a guy like Stefan or JP would do pretty well with him. I just think if you want to be able to stand on an Olympia stage, you need to get a guy that's been coaching guys at that level.
You're really good.
And it's not that I'm taking anything away from the capabilities or whatever from the South African coaches. Not at all. I mean, they've been performing, but most of them have peaked very well with female clients and female athletes, and none of them has actually like delivered an open guy that could be able to stand on stage on a competitive level. Huh?
Why do you think that is? Like, why do you think they specialize in females? What is it?
I don't know. I think honestly we actually have very good like international level or competitive level bikini athletes and wellness goals.
Yeah.
I think we really, in that space, we have a few people that really perform well. I don't know. It's difficult to say. There hasn't been anyone, except obviously for Jack taking Sibu as far as he did. There hasn't been real open guys. I mean, I think.
Do you think it's a?
I don't think we have that many open guys. If you think about it, like if you look at the classic physique roster in South Africa, it's way bigger than the open guys. Like we don't have a really large pool. We don't have a really large pool of really big open guys. We have good ones, but there's not like the competitive level isn't that much. So I just think that plays into it. So honestly, for me, just like, I mean, if you want to be a Olympia level athlete, you're probably going to have to need a Olympia level coach. Just someone that's been there, that knows how to navigate that stage.